Well, she made it to the finals on the hit reality show Project Runway, and now Oakwood native Althea Harper is going back for an upcoming All-Star season. We are happy to have her live in our studio this morning to chat about the new show and, of course, all the fashion designs you have out there. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're so glad that you stopped by again, and congratulations for all your success.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, is it kind of surreal to think about, or have you gotten used to it? Because it's been how long since you started that first Project Runway show?
Well, I was 23, so I mean, they aired it a little after, but I was about 23 when for the first Project Runway show, and I just turned 28 now, so it's been like 4 or 5 years, and it's been great. I mean, I've been able to build my brand, so I've been happy with the progress I've made with my line in the meantime, but you know, of course, gotta keep shooting for more.
Yeah, that's true. And this All-Star season, basically you were chosen to come back. Is there any sort of a different makeup to the way this season will run compared to the one that you were on?
So the basic, ideas are the same. The biggest, I think, differences between All-Stars and the regulars, there's less time, which I was surprised by. I thought we'd get more time to create more extravagant things. That was not the case. There was less time, and I think the challenge is they try to throw you a little harder twist and things like that, because make it more difficult, I guess.
And when does it hit the air?
October 25th.
Okay, so we'll look for it in less than a few weeks.
Yeah.
And in terms of fashion, it's obviously fall right now, but you said you're designing for the spring already.
Yes, it's crazy. So the spring collection just launched in September. That was for Fashion Week at September, and I'm actually going to be in Cincinnati for the Code Show to debut the show here in this area, but the fall is what's for sale now, but now is the buying appointments and all the things for the stores to buy, so that it's all ready and set and all the orders are placed for spring when it's ready to buy.
And give us some help. What should we expect in fall fashion, or what should we be wearing right now?
I think this fall, people are I think the capes are really still big. I think that's a great piece that you can kind of just throw over when it's that kind of in-between fall weather where you don't want that big, heavy coat, but a sweater's not quite doing it. I think a cape is a really stylish way to go about it. And I think wedge boots are really great. The Isabel Marant wedge sneakers have been so big, and I think they're really cute in the boot form as well. And with the wedge, you can walk around, but you still get that heel to give that kind of glamorous look.
I love it. Great advice. And keep it right here, because coming up after the break, we're going to talk with Althea again. Plus, she's going to show us how to change the old bridesmaid dresses you probably have in your closet to a new cocktail dress. Now, if you're a lady out there, you probably have been in some weddings. How many old bridesmaid dresses do you have in your closet? Well, if you're like most of us, it's quite a few, but Althea Harper, Project Runway fashion designer extraordinaire, is going to give us some great advice on what to do with those bridesmaids dresses. But before we get to that, we want to know how to walk in heels, because when the bridesmaid's dress eventually becomes a cocktail dress, we're going to need to learn how to walk. And you've seen the video of ladies falling on the runway. Let's take a quick look at some clips of some memorable moments. Obviously, that lady looks like she twisted her ankle right there. And in terms of walking, your heels are super high. How high are they?
I would say these are probably at least 4.5, 5 inches.
Yeah, they are. And you know what? I usually put the strap around my ankle just because it's easier that way.
Yeah, that does help. But I think the biggest thing with high heels is to it's almost like if you're walking on a balance beam, one foot in front of the other.
Okay.
It's really just, taking your time. Don't rush things. I think sometimes women feel like it's okay to walk slow in high heels. You look great. Take your time. You don't have to rush things, and just focus on putting one foot in front of the other, and be aware of your surroundings, because little in a high heel, little breaks in the ground can throw you way off.
All right, take a little stroll for us. Walk in your high heels. Show us how it's done on the runway. There you go. Looking good, Althea. I like that.
Yeah,
her head is back.
Exactly. You got to keep a straight posture, one foot in front of the other, and no need to rush it.
Right. Practice makes perfect, too.
Yes.
Let's get to the bridesmaids dresses. What did you do with this design?
Okay, so this is just the basic bridesmaid dresses, a basic bridesmaid dress. And there's really 3 easy steps that I think are great way to transform what looks more like a bridesmaid dress into a dress that you can rewear. The first step is to add straps to it.
Okay.
So, if you slip your arm to there.
There you go. So did you sew those on, or?
Yeah. I just did a little quick tack.
Okay.
But it's really easy to do. You could either go in and do a quick tack yourself, or you could go ahead and if you take it to like any sort of tailor or something, that would be a really quick and cheap alteration. The next is add a belt. It breaks it up a little bit, makes it look a little more modern. And a lot of the bridesmaid dresses have ruching around the tummy area, which I know a lot of women think is flattering, but I just think it adds a lot more bulk. That's where you're really trying to, you know, take in the most, and to add the most there I think can be a little distracting. So by adding a black belt, black is a very slimming color, and it takes away from that ruching that a lot of those dresses have in the center area. The next is to go ahead and shorten it a little bit. You know, keep it a fun length. A lot of the bridesmaids, she's pretty tall, so this isn't too short on her. She doesn't have to shorten it too much. But a lot of the bridesmaid dresses, you know, they hit below the knee, at the knee, or that kind of a little more of a matronly length. And so if you go ahead and turn it under and give it a good, you can stitch it yourself, or again, that's such a cheap and easy alteration to take to a tailor, then, you know, you've got, just really, those 3 easy steps can create a lot more modern of a look. And of course, the most important thing is to make sure you give it a great steam, and I really recommend the Rowenta Pro Iron
I usually take mine to the dry cleaner, but this is something you can do at home.
No, this is great. You actually, I have saved so much money on dry cleaning bills with this iron, because it is a steamer and an iron all in one. You just press it, and then, you know, you get a great steam. You don't have it turned on now, or it's not heated up enough to really give that great steam, but it gives just as powerful of a steam as if you would buy a regular, you know, professional steamer. So you still can use it as the iron or as a steamer, and you do not have to go dry cleaning all the time. Which saves
it
a lot
gets
of
expensive.
Money.
I agree.
Oh, believe me, especially I with all the clothes that I deal with, I totally understand.
All right, well, thank you so much, ladies, for coming in and for some great advice, Althea. If you want more information on her collection, just go to our website, fox45now.com, and click on Fox 45 in the morning.